This is Pixel 6a. I've had this device for more than a month and I've really been enjoying using this phone. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. MTG here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, hi there. So Pixel 6a. Today I want to share my thoughts and opinions of using this device 1 month later. But before I do begin, I want to quickly talk about the wallpaper you see right here. This is my latest wallpaper pack. It is called Harlequin. I'll be leaving a link in the description down below if you want to take a look and support the channel. Bunch of different colors for this wallpaper pack. And also, if you do check out my page, you can find a bunch of other different wallpaper packs to support the channel. Anyway, without further delay, let's dive right in. Starting off with design. This is really identical to Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. I'm just going to be flat out there, put it out there. If you use a Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, you know this design. It's built with aluminum sides and a plastic back. It has the same camera visor as the 6 and 6 Pro. But what I like about this more is how this is compact. And I absolutely love the 6.1 inch display. Granted, it's 60 Hertz, and now there's been a huge fuss about the 6A not having a higher refresh rate display. We've used displays with 60 Hertz before, and this isn't bad at all. One downside about this device, though, is the fingerprint sensor. It wasn't the greatest on the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. Like, it's not usable. Like, it's still usable. It's just like not the fastest. I know it shouldn't be like it's not the biggest issue, but it's something that I did notice. It does take a little bit, a second or two longer. So I just wanted to point that out. Now, the in-display, this fingerprint sensor found on the 6 and 6 Pro was also the same. So, I mean, I thought this one would be a little bit better, but I guess not. So I hope Pixel 7 and 7 Pro is a little bit more reliable and a little bit faster. Other than that, design is something we've seen from Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. At this point, I've come to like this design, this original design. When you see this design, you know it's a Google device. It's awesome. It really is awesome. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with this design. Google, keep it up. I like it. You're doing a great job. Let's talk about software. So when I started using the Pixel 6a, it was running Android 12. Then a couple days after I received this device, it started running the Android 13 beta. And then like 2-3 weeks later, on Monday, August 15th, Google officially launched Android 13. Now, Android 13 is not a huge overhaul like Android 12 was. Many of the stuff you see here is from Android 12 Material U. It's just giving some refinements with Android 13 to the already amazing Android 12. I love Material U, and this just makes things even better. The Pixel 6a has been running very smoothly for the past month and a half that I've been using this. There has been no hiccups, no issues or problems whatsoever. With the Pixel 6a, this will receive 3 years of software updates. So Android 13, 14, and Android 15. But on day one, since the 6a already received Android 13, if you think about it, 2 more years of software updates. And I'm glad Pixel devices are receiving the latest software of Android on day one. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. As for performance, Pixel 6a has also been amazing, and that's also because Google has added the Tensor chipset. They're adding a high-end chipset into their mid-range device. Good job, Google. Also keep that up. So from watching lots of YouTube videos to browsing Twitter, taking lots of photos, this phone did not disappoint. Some users have had issues with performance. I have not. Display has not been an issue. 60 Hertz has not been an issue for me. Performance has not been an issue for me. That's just my use case in the past month. I noticed one thing when using the phone, and that is the heat that came from the Pixel 6a. Now, it would get a little bit warmer than the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, but that wasn't like a huge deal breaker for me either. Something that I just noticed. Other than that, Pixel 6a has been amazing in the software and performance department. So Google, I'm going to say it again, keep it up. What's a Pixel device without talking about the camera, right? For those who are subscribed to the channel, I'm not a big like camera phone guy. Like, I'm not gonna go out and take a bunch of photos with my smartphone, but when I have Pixel 6a, I can rely on this. Now, 6a's camera hardware is essentially the same from the Pixel 5a, 5, 4, 3, and even Pixel 2. So that's really old dated hardware. However, while the hardware is getting old, the computational photography Google has really done is awesome. They've done an amazing job, and I would still prefer the stills taken from this photo over something like the Samsung Galaxy A53. That's right. I prefer the photos taken from this over the Galaxy A53. Nonetheless, for its retail price of $449, I would choose this over its competitors, over iPhone SE3, over Samsung Galaxy A53. For other, places in other countries, if you have the Nothing phone that's available, I'd still choose this over the Nothing phone as well. From daylight photos to night sight to features like Magic Eraser, you'll be pleased with the results. Now, the one thing I did notice is if I want to record longer videos, the phone does get a little bit warm to the touch, but that's like once in a lifetime I'll record a pretty long video. So again, it's not a deal breaker, but something I wanted to share with you guys. So if that's you consistently recording long videos, maybe you're gonna pick up the 6A as your device and it's gonna be your device to start making YouTube videos, then just know that it's going to get a little bit warm to the touch. And maybe if you consistently use it, it might just kick you out of the camera app. I don't know that much, but that's just something I, experience. We all know what the Pixel camera is and how good they have become. Just because this doesn't have the latest hardware from the 6 and 6 Pro doesn't mean it doesn't take good photos. It takes great photos. I definitely recommend the Pixel 6a, especially for what you're paying for. Now let's talk about battery life on this device. Pixel 6a, you can expect great battery life. I'll just be straightforward there. Because why? It doesn't boast a Quad HD display or higher refresh rate. And when you add the Google Tensor chipset that continues to learn how you use this phone, the battery life is awesome. It really is. I'm easily getting 6 hours of screen on time, which for me is perfectly fine. I start my day around 7 a.m. and end the day around 10 p.m. when I can finally say, hey, I'm done using my phone. I'm not going to be using consistently. It's great. And through heavy usage like watching multiple videos, YouTube videos, surfing Twitter, I end the day with around 15% of charge. And while I am still lucky to be around chargers most of my day, whether it be at work or whether it be in my car, I can rely on the Pixel 6a battery when I am outside. Now, the one downside is the charging speeds, and it caps at 18 watts. It's like something that I'm used to fast charging. I have come from flagship devices that have faster charging. I'm not comparing it, but it's just like I do miss those features on those flagship phones with the faster charging. So when you come to here, 18 watts, it's just like But something again I wanted to share with you guys. So it does get a little difficult, but after a while you get used to it. It doesn't have wireless charging. And this may be a deal breaker for some. Now, I'm not too bummed about it. I have been using wireless charging more than ever before, but I'm not too bummed about it because I still use wired charging for some of my devices. But it kind of would have been nice to know that Pixel would have this feature. Pixel 6a would have wireless charging. Nonetheless, Pixel 6a is a mid-range device you can rely on when it comes to battery life. And last but not least is going to be the price. This one is, I'll just put it out there. Retail price is $449 for 120 gigs of storage, 6 gigs of RAM, and one configuration. 3 colors. Okay, that's it. I honestly think that this is the best device to pick up at this price point. However, this device always goes on sale. And at the time of this recording, I've actually seen this device drop to $369. I'll be leaving a link in the description down below. I hope you'll be able to, find that same deal. I've seen it drop to $399, the lowest $369. Maybe it might drop to $349 at one point. I don't know. But this device consistently goes on sale, so be on the lookout. With this, you're getting great flagship Google Tensor chipset, awesome software and performance, great battery life, and a reliable, amazing camera. The whole, 90 hertz controversy should be put aside. I mean, why is anyone talking about the iPhone 13 having a 60 hertz display, even though it costs more? I don't want to go into this entire discussion, but come on, it's not a huge, at least for me, it's not a huge issue. Well, there are other devices that have wireless charging and a 90 hertz display. Again, those stuff not really a deal breaker for me. Pixel 6a, it's a great phone for its price tag, even a better phone, like even a better phone when it does drop and it goes on sale. And if you're in the US, I think at this price point, like if you're gonna be paying at the max 500, I think this is gonna be the best one. You have Samsung Galaxy A53, iPhone SE, maybe like one or two more from Motorola. But I think this is going to be the most reliable and the best phone you can pick up for $450. But just again, one last thing before I end off with the price segment, be sure to always look out for sales on the Pixel 6a because it will drop in price. Pixel 6a, is it worth it? Yes, I think it is. I think it's worth it. Is it for everybody? Yes. Yes and no. I mean, yes, as in anyone can essentially use the phone. Like if everyone was to use the Pixel 6a, like you have to use the Pixel 6a, no other phone, everyone can use it. And I think many will enjoy the Switch. Will some disagree? Yeah, of course, there's going to be some disagreements. That is perfectly fine. But I really do believe that Google has nailed it with Pixel 6a, but also just their A lineup in general. Look, more and more flagships are becoming expensive, and it's becoming more difficult to justify if they should be bought or not. I mean, do we really need the latest and greatest? Do we really need 120 hertz? Do we really need like the high refresh rate display or like reverse wireless charging, or I don't know, like a bunch of different cameras, like 5-6 cameras on the back of the phone? Do we really need those extra features? No, we more so kind of want those features. So it is a little bit difficult to justify if buying a flagship, $1,200, $1,300 for a phone is worth it. Even $450 is a lot. I'm not saying it's, a small number. It's still a large number. That's a expensive, that's a lot of money. But when you compare it, when you take a look at its, there's flagships out there, we're paying, as in I'm including myself, we're paying $1,200, $1,300 for a device. Then yes, this is definitely cheaper. They all have the latest and greatest, those, flagship devices, but I think this Pixel 6a is a good one to choose because I don't think we need the latest and greatest. $449, especially if it drops in price, it's a sweet spot in my opinion. But that's been it. This has been my 1 month later thoughts and opinions of, or review, whatever you want to call it, of the Pixel 6a. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to superman that like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel a lot and will help push my content out to more people. Anyway, that's been it for me, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.